Saturday night. It's Firefighters Bananas. So far, the Niners have dominated this matchup. 2-0 after 3.
Matt Wieters!
And the Orioles legend cuts the Firefighters lead in half. Ron Franklin puts a charge into this. Hot boy Ron to the bullpen. A trick play, the double play. The Firefighters claim another point. That one's gonna leave the yard. A second Firefighters bomb on the night. Tries the backflip. He nails the catch. And Meadows is gonna end up on third base. The 7th inning is knotted at 4 runs apiece. DR comes across, steals home on Neil Way. A disastrophe by the Firefighters. And it's a 55-second inning for Billy. Just like that, we are knotted at 3, going to our final frame. Robert Anthony Cruz, game-winning walk-off home run.
That was sick. That was really fun.
Welcome into Banana Ball live on ESPN2. On the heels of a barn burner last Saturday night in Camden Yards, the Bananas and Firefighters take the 2025 World Tour to Coors Field. The over 50,000 fans on hand have been partying since the early afternoon and retreated to a flyover from the 120th Fighter Squadron of the Colorado Air National Guard. With the Red Eyes heading back to Aurora, we are about 5 minutes away from first pitch here in Denver. Thanks to the late inning heroics last weekend in Baltimore, the Nanners are riding a Banana Ball record 13-game winning streak into the Mile High City and look to stay red hot here tonight as we welcome you inside the booth with Josh Talevsky. Vico Scala, thank you so much for joining us here on this wonderful Saturday night in virtual Banana Land. The Nanners are on a historic streak and trying to keep it going.
Again, it's the longest winning streak in Banana Ball's history. It's the hottest the Savannah Bananas have ever been in this sport's existence. And the most impressive thing about that win, they were able to chip away across the final 3 innings before Robert Anthony Cruz delivered that final big blow.
Yeah, you saw the walk-off home run in the highlight that we opened up the broadcast. No surprise that he came up in the clutch in August. He was fantastic in the 8th month of the year last year as well.
Yeah, he obviously finished last year's World Tour awfully strong. You see a .342 average, 6 extra base hits, the OPS north of 1,000. And again, he's continued it into 2025, which is really great to see.
Well, Rack had a huge weekend. It was not as big as Ron Franklin Jr.'s. He got Banana Ball Player of the Week honors and is joined by Sam Bauman.
Yeah, Vico, Josh, feeling the rain and the wind down here, but it's pretty hot standing next to our hot boy Ron, who had a great week. Yeah, we saw the backflip. We saw the home runs. Oh, yeah, #2 on SportsCenter Top 10. Ron, how do you put in perspective the week you just came off?
It's a blessing, man. I put in a lot of work to be here right now, so yeah, it's just a blessing. I'm amazing. It's an amazing crowd, man. It's just a blessing, bro. I can't really explain it.
What do we got to do to get a Firefighters W tonight, Ron?
Firefighters W, man, we just got to play hard and worry about the stuff we can control, so yeah.
Yeah, Ron Franklin trying to be the spark tonight these Firefighters need. Vico, Josh.
Wise words right there. Thank you so much, SB. Let's take a look at the Nanners' defensive alignment, left to right in the outfield. Robert Anthony Cruz, DR Meadows, and Reese Alexiadis. Third to first in the infield, it's Kyle Jackson, Ryan Cox, Jackson Olsen, and Correll Prime with Bill Leroy behind the dish.
Rack is 1 trick play away from reaching 40 trick plays via flips this season. That was a goal coming into the year, and the former Rockies minor leaguer Correll Prime has 30 trick plays, most of which have come at first base.
Let's look at the Firefighters lineup, which is served up by DQ. At the top, as per usual, Liam Spence, then Dalton Cornett and Logan Lacey. Cleaning it up is Dakota McFadden, and Stephen Cullen, Caden Green, Joe Lytle, Ron Franklin Jr., Noah Bridges, and Mason Maxwell to round it out.
Dalton Cornett's the big guy you've got to look out for in this lineup. He has been unbelievably consistent across the first 20 games of each of the last 3 years. A combined 11 home runs for Cornett and a batting average around .330.
All right, and a quick look now at the numbers here in campaign #2 in Banana Land for Noah Nisnik, last year's Rookie of the Year.
4-2 record for Noah Nisnik this year, leading the World Tour with 78 innings pitched and 51 strikeouts lead the tour as we go down to Jesse Cole on the field.
1, 2, 3. Showtime.
And just like that, the 2-hour timer starts ticking. It will only matter if it runs out before we get to the 9th inning. If that happens, whatever inning we're playing is the final frame, and every run scored in that inning will count as a point. If that doesn't happen, that's how it will be in the 9th. Ball and no strikes on Liam Spence. And this one into the stands. Over 50,000 fans on hand. They cannot come up with the catch here. This is the largest crowd in a baseball stadium in Banana Ball history. It just falls behind the 4 football stadiums we've gotten to this year. And Liam Spence, deep out to left center, to the seats. 3 pitches in. Spence with his first career Banana Ball home run, a flight of passage.
And you are already seeing the Coors effect take shape here with the first swing of the game. Liam Spence, his first career Banana Ball bomb. Not a surprise for the former Cubs minor leaguer. Sam's got him.
First Banana Ball home run, big crowd. What do you got?
We're not going to do better than this. How about it?
It just got started. We just got started, Big Josh.
1-0 Firefighters, 1 batter in. And Dalton Cornett sounded like a broken bat on the run. It clangs out of the glove from Noah Niznik. So an 0-1 count on Dalton Cornett, as Niz can't believe it. Stares right into your living room. And DC3 will need a new piece of lumber. Cornett pacing the Firefighters with his .329 batting average. Same goes for his .375 OBP. And his .521 slug. I mean, coming over from the Party Animals after 3 years with the boys in black and pink, he's been just the shot in the arm offensively this Firefighter squad needed.
Yeah, and is currently on a 13-game on-base streak for the Firefighters, has 18 hits in that span. That includes a double and 3 bombs.
He homered last Saturday night in Camden Yards. His 4 homers pacing the Firefighters as well. And he doesn't bite on the bender from Niznik, part of a 3-pitch mix primarily. Fastball, changeup, curve. He'll work some cutters in on righties. And Cornett peppers that foul. Called strike 3. Fastball low outside corner. Nice bounce back from Niz Nasty after the leadoff bomb.
And it's a nice frame as well from Bill Leroy, catching for Niznik behind the plate, who's now got a little special celebration with the dancing first and third base coach, Maceo.
Just an insane first 2 batters of this game. Another look at the punch out. Straight to the low outside corner, our dancing home plate umpire, Vincent Chapman. Getting after it. And now a ball and no strikes on Logan Lacey, the 3rd baseman. Here in his 2nd World Tour, he was the no doubt best player on the Firefighters last year, their lone representative in the first ever Banana Ball All-Star game last November at Clemson. And naturally, he went yard in that All-Star game. His first opportunity ever as the home team to get a walk-off. He sent it to the land at good and plenty. Logan Lacey thinks he sends this high and deep out to right center. It's going to be 1 hop off the wall. Barehanded, played well by Meadows. Lacey looking for 3. Relay from Olsen. Not in time. Bang bang at 3rd. Not much. DR, Jackson, and KJ could have done better on that. Lacey hustling out the triple.
Yeah, really solid relay all around from the Savannah Bananas, but you gotta look, Lacey in just ahead of the tag from Kyle Jackson at 3rd base. And this is another interesting aspect of Coors Field. Of course, you know the ball travels, but it's also the most spacious outfield in Major League Baseball. And those Bananas outfielders, and Firefighters for that matter, are going to have to learn how to adjust that with that.
Ball and 2 strikes on Dakota McFadden, the extra hitter. We have a DH and an EH in Banana Ball. The EH means he can sub in defensively without penalty, unlike the designated hitter. This one all the way to the upper deck. Not caught by the fans. D-Mac, the elder statesman on this Firefighters team. This is his 5th World Tour. Liner right to Olsen. Lacey didn't move an inch. He's back to 3rd, 2 down now. Well, that was the story in Camden Yards for D-Mac as well. A lot of hard hit balls. Literally his last trip to the dish was a line out to Eric Jones Jr. at first. Now he does the same to second base. Stephen Cullen able to check his swing. First base umpire Jake Moore confirms it. Way out in front of this, Correll Prime, the former Rockies minor leaguer here in Coors Field, puts an end to the top of the first inning. But damage done. Liam Spence, the former Cubs minor leaguer, 3 pitches into the game, out to left center. A solo home run. The Firefighters have a chance to claim the first point available tonight. What a blast for the pride of Geelong, Australia. Remember, in Banana Ball, every inning is worth a point. It's match-style play. So a great chance for the Firefighters to jump out in front. Here is their defensive alignment, left to right in the outfield. Bridges, Franklin, and Maxwell in the infield. Third to first, Lacey, Green, Spence, and Cullen, with Lytle handling the catching.
Well, it's the corner infielders for the Firefighters who are tied for the team lead in trick plays. Lacey and Cullen each with 19 apiece. But it was a lot of star defensive plays from Ron Franklin Jr. in center field that make him a standout player to watch defensively tonight in Coors Field.
Let's get a look at the Savannah Bananas starting lineup, served up by DQ. At the top, as always, DR Meadows, then Dan Oberst and Kyle Jackson. Cleaning it up is Reese Alexiadis. In the middle, it's Ryan Cox, Correll Prime, and Robert Anthony Cruz. The bottom 3 is Bill Leroy, Eric Jones Jr., and Jackson Olsen.
Well, this is the big homecoming for Correll Prime, the former Rockies minor leaguer who was named the organization's Player of the Year back in 2014. Prime never found a way to make it all the way up to the big leagues, but nonetheless gets a chance to play in Denver tonight and is looking for a big swing, much like we saw from Liam Spence to start this game for the Firefighters.
Well, let's get a gander at the hard-throwing right-hander getting the start once again for the Firefighters. Austin Temple, a 2018 and 2019 collegiate Banana, and a couple years in the Houston Astros minor league organization, and this is year 2 for him as a Firefighter.
He's making his team-leading 10th start this season, 0-2 on the year. And in his last start against the Bananas, through 4 innings, allowing 5 hits, 3 runs, 4 sprints, and collecting 3 strikeouts. But he worked out of a lot of trouble without allowing a point or a walk-off to the Nanners. And he'll look for more of that tonight as he misses outside to leadoff man DR Meadows.
We got a quick look at that 360 batting average. That's the best on the Bananas. In the hole, Kyle Jackson hitting 358. On DR's heels, it's been fun watching them jockey back and forth to the top of the average mountain on this Nanners squad. 3 balls and no strikes. And Temple pours a fastball in right down the chute. David Ray Meadows here in his 3rd World Tour. The defending MVP. In the hole, never had a chance. DR runs like the wind. Peanut's got a great arm, but that's a base hit every day of the week. Just like that, as he often does, DR Meadows starts the Nanners night offensively by reaching base. Getting aboard at a 416 clip, and he represents the inning's tying run. Now Dan Oberst continuing to swing a hot bat behind 0-1.
And Meadows, of course, a man with premium speed on the bases for the Bananas, pacing the team with 19 stolen bases this season.
They're old. He stuttered towards second and then thought better of it. Oberst was a teammate of Austin Temple in Banana Land his first year as a Savannah Banana, the summer of 2018. This is now year 7 for Dan the Man. The model of consistency. There goes DR. Back up the middle, Ron Franklin is gonna have to play it on a hop. Saw him make that sparkling diving catch last weekend in Camden Yards. It was number 2 on SportsCenter's top 10 last Friday night. Thought about it there and decided against what could have been a disaster with DR already at second when that ball was getting to Hot Boy Ron.
Look, Temple finds himself 3rd on the Firefighters this season in earned run average, and Ron Franklin didn't want to put him behind the curve, possibly lay out, have that ball get behind him and lead to Meadows scoring and tying up this inning. Instead, you trust a guy who's been pitching well for the most part this season to bear down and escape trouble, much like we saw in his last start in Baltimore.
Kyle Jackson ahead, 3 balls and no strikes. This is where pitching is so tough in Banana Ball. Ball 4 will score DR easily from second. And that's a pitcher's pitch and a hitter's count. But there's ball 4. All 7 fielders behind the pitcher and catcher have to touch the ball before it's live. That's why DR scores easily from second. And Dan Oberst goes first to third with no outs, no reason to risk it. And it's just like that, 2 singles and a ball 4 sprint. The Bananas tie the first inning, and they're in the catbird seat to claim the first point just like that.
And for Kyle Jackson, it's his team leading 27th ball 4 sprint for the Savannah Bananas this season. A big reason why he's now extended a 12-game on-base streak for this team, as Temple can't get a called strike with his first delivery to cleanup man Reese Alexiadis.
That was a good-looking curveball, just missed low. KJ back on the pickoff attempt. And Kyle Jackson takes off for second. Spence covering, but no throw from Lytle. So Kyle Jackson up to a perfect 7 for 7 on the year in his stolen base tries. He really doesn't matter. Oberst on third is the inning-winning run, and this one is going to be peppered through the right side. Reese Alexiadis, the walk-off single last Saturday night to tie up that battle in Camden Yards. His next trip to the dish, another walk-off single. And now a team-leading 38th run driven in. Nanners up 1-0.
And this has been the big bugaboo for the Firefighters this season. They've only been able to successfully hold leads in innings 55% of the time. That is the lowest mark among all teams in Banana Ball, and it bites them to open up this ball game in Denver.
Yeah, that is not a recipe for success right there. But a recipe for success for the Nanners has been Kyle Jackson and Ryan Cox on the left side of their infield. This is their first full season together. And boy, they have been making some sweet trick play music on a level we have never seen when it comes to guys combining their trick play talents. Let's get it down to SB with the boys.
Yeah, Biko, Josh, we got Ryan Cox to my left, KJ Jackson just showing up to my right. The things you have been doing on this left side of the infield, unreal, Ryan. Talk to me about the chemistry that has been working between you two.
It's just been really fun to put the work in and see it pay off in the game. KJ's such a talented ball player. To see us kind of flow on this left side, know where each other's going to be. I mean, we're just practically finishing each other's trick plays. And to add on to that, Ryan Cox right here, great role model, great teammate, heck of a ball player. So left side's got it locked down. We're just really having a great time in Banana Land, Sam. You're never going to get this back.
Hey, what should I do?
Oh, no. I mean, you got to get it to SB at some point. Thank you, KJ. That was very kind of you after turning our sideline reporter to the monkey in the middle. Appreciate the time and insight, as always, from those guys. Sorry to put you through that, Sam. High fly ball to left. Robert Anthony Cruz in front of the warning track, eyeing it up. Nailing the backflip catch and striking the pose. What a way to kick off the second inning.
And it is a goal accomplished for Robert Anthony Cruz at the same time. 40th trick play via flip this season. That's what he wanted heading into the regular season. It is now time to introduce our firefighter of the night.
Joe Lytle. Escorting Joe to the plate is Assistant Chief Robert Miller. Robert has served with the Denver Fire Department for 30 years. Fans, let's hear it for our firefighter of the night, Assistant Chief of the Denver Fire Department, Mr. Robert Miller.
Another tip of the cap to Robert Miller. 30 years with the Denver Fire Department. That is yeoman's work right there. And Joe Lytle, who walked him to the dish, pulling off the mullet shake. Bill Leroy, the Nanners catcher, getting in on it, and Vincent Chapman.
I don't think Vincent is allowed to do that.
He's got the beard. It's kind of a frontlet. This one yanked and did off of Corral Prime. Jackson also trying to clean it up. He will not have a chance. The official scoring ruling hit. I agree.
Good barrel, tough play to make for Corral Prime, as you're going to see right here. The ball just looking like it kicks off the heel of that mitt, and definitely not something that Prime should be penalized for, instead something that Lytle should get rewarded for. As Ron Franklin drives this one out to left field, and it is over the head of Robert Anthony Cruz and off the wall. Lytle will get to third, and it is Franklin sliding in safely at second base with another extra base hit for the Firefighters.
Well, Hot Boy Ron is seeing beach balls right now. 2 doubles and a homer last weekend in Camden Yards. And starts his weekend off at Coors Field with a screamer off the left field wall. Just like that. 4th double, 6th extra base hit. And a ball and a strike on Noah Bridges. Right side of the Nanners infield is in. Cox and KJ on the left side playing halfway in. Little nubber, and Olsen is going to pull off a trick play. Under the leg flip to Prime at first. Lytle darted home and then reversed course, headed back to third.
Well, it's Olsen's baseball and banana ball IQ, for that matter, that continues to impress as this season has gone on. Not only did he check Lytle as he was possibly running from third base, but then you see Olsen afterwards going under the legs to collect the second trick play for the Bananas.
Mason Maxwell to Jackson Olsen. That was an insane trick play attempt from Jackie. It's going to cost the Nanners 2 runs in the second. I mean, if he nails it, it's incredibly impressive. But that was a tough one to pull off. And it gives the Firefighters a pair of runs. Ron Franklin channeling his inner Adele. His teammates getting in on it as well. A rare choreographed dance from the Firefighters.
Number 15, Leon Spence.
Guys dominated it. Boy, that is a big break for the boys in black and yellow. Mason Maxwell put the ball in play. Good things happened. But a pretty confounding trick play attempt there from Jackson Olsen.
Yeah, I figure for Jackson Olsen, it was just trying to go off of confidence. The big reason why he tried to come away with what was going to be a really impressive behind-the-back trick play if he had corralled it in his glove. Instead, the Firefighters able to capitalize on the defensive miscue, and that's been a big issue for them defensively when playing against the Nanners this year.
That's right. Hot shot, backhanded on a scoop. Kyle Jackson, seed across the diamond. KJ takes extra bases away from Spence and limits the damage to 2 runs here in the top of the second. A web gem to close out the inning, but the damage was done. 2 men in scoring position with 2 down. Jackson Olsen went for the trick play attempt. It bit the Nanners in the behind. So the Firefighters a great chance for their first point. Let's take a look at an MVP watch here, because the Bananas only have 17 games left this season. Jake Skoll currently has the triple crown. He's the best hitter in the sport by a mile. He certainly deserves some serious consideration.
But you don't want to forget about Reese Alexiadis, has a team best 11 home runs for the Bananas, an OPS north of 1,000, and is also really impressed with the leather. 53 trick plays this season. He's done it all.
The last 2 guys we're looking at here starts with Ryan Cox, because these are a couple cats combining offense with unbelievable trick plays. Coxie having his best offensive year of his young career, a couple bombs and 153 trick plays.
And you can't rule out the defending Banana Ball most valuable player in DR Meadows is up to 108 trick plays, the most we've ever seen from an outfielder in a season. Has added a home run this year and is batting .360 on the year for the Savannah Bananas. He has been unbelievably impressive in his 3rd World Tour.
Yeah, you got to look at some of the most important numbers for these 4 guys. It's really a fascinating debate, because I think you could make a pretty good argument that any of these 4 guys could get the award.
I think it's really about what you value the most in Banana Ball. I think from a player standpoint, a lot of them find it tough to rule out Jake Skoll's triple crown offensively.
Understandable.
But for Meadows and Cox, they do a lot of things very quietly without having to hit for a lot of power. Glove burst means an awful lot in banana ball when you consider trick plays, and they're big leaders in the clubhouse as well, which shouldn't be forgotten.
Ryan Cox up the middle past the dive of Matt Wolf. And right on cue, one of our 4 MVP contenders with that .319 batting average, a .418 OBP for Coxie here in his 4th World Tour. Both of those will gain a tick or 2. And he sets up Correll Prime, the former Rockies farmhand, as the inning tying run, just like that. How about the lumber from the Rockies' 2014 Organizational Player of the Year? That's a heck of a bat right there. A battle between former minor leaguers. Temple, the former Astros farmhand, just misses with the fastball. And now behind 2-0. Big swing and miss. I think to close out on that MVP discussion, why Alexiadis has to be included in there as well, as he's kind of the best of both worlds between Cox, Meadows, and Skoll, where he's got the slug, but he's also got those 53 trick plays and some really impressive ones with the tornado catches. Stephen Cullen never had a chance at that one. Good pursuit, but denied an opportunity by the net.
And of course, for Alexiadis, who was the Pioneer League MVP in 2023, it'd be awfully cool for him to claim an MVP, the Pioneer League, and then coming in banana ball in just his 2nd season.
2-2 misses up and out. And a full count here on Correll Prime. Cox on first, not known for his speed, but he will take off from time to time. And Temple knows it. He's going to check on him. The Glove Magician 3 for 4 on his stolen base tries this year. He'll stay put. Prime fouls the heater straight back. Another payoff coming from Temple. And another foul ball from Correll Prime into the 2nd deck, not caught by the fans. He's got another life. Fastball high and tight, and that's going to be another ball for a sprint allowed by Temple. Once again, every firefighter behind the pitcher and catcher have to touch the ball before it is live. Cox easily goes 1st to 3rd. Prime, representing the inning-tying run, gives way to Malachi Mitchell, the Nanners' designated runner, who could pinch run 1 time every trip through the order. Now the fastest man in Banana Land represents the inning-tying run.
Well, that is a productive at-bat, or plate appearance, I should say, for Correll Prime. Now has sprints in 3 of his last 4 starts offensively for the Savannah Bananas. And they've got their inning-tying run on 2nd base. And it comes in the form of the fastest man in banana ball, no less.
Robert Anthony Cruz, a high foul ball. This would be an unbelievable catch by a fan. They do not make it. Over 50,000 fans on hand here in Coors Field tonight. First of back-to-back games. Tomorrow it'll be 3:30 p.m. Mountain Time first pitch on the Bananas YouTube channel. And Robert Anthony Cruz, a home run off another former minor leaguer, his last trip to the dish. That was off Ben Dumb to walk it off in Camden Yards last Saturday night. Part of a 3 for 4 night. He had a couple doubles as well. Lifts this one deep to center. Ron Franklin Jr. retreating, and it's going to be a sac fly, as Flash will retreat back to 1st. Bill Leroy, the 8-year Banana, getting the full capacity crowd to get their hands together. Having his best year in his banana ball career. His 4th World Tour. After 4 seasons as a summer collegiate banana. Flash off on the pitch. Tag from Matt Wolf, not in time. Wolfie apoplectic. Chad Little, the second base umpire, saying that Flash got in there and the Firefighters are going to challenge the play. So our first challenge of the night, each team has one in their back pocket. If the call is overturned, the Firefighters will retain their challenge. We need clear and obvious evidence that the call was incorrect on the field. First angle did not give us that. This is a great shot right here. Bang, bang. And I'm not seeing anything that says the glove is hitting Malachi before his hands get to second base.
Nor am I at the current moment. Although we were on the perfect angle right there. I really don't think this one's going to give us any better look.
It's not a bad shot from that center field camera. If we can slow it down, no, I'm not seeing anything that could overturn the call on the field.
Nor am I. I think the call stands here.
Yes, we have a minute to execute these challenges.
Ladies and
With
gentlemen,
8 seconds
after
left
further
on the
review,
clock.
the ruling on the
Vincent
field
Chapman is now going to tell
stands.
the full capacity crowd that the call stands. So Malachi Mitchell, his 16th steal on the year. He's been caught 9 times. Into scoring position. And Billy Barrels ahead 2-0. It's been an erratic Austin Temple for a second straight start. He really has to bear down here. Wow, good looking fastball. Bill says it was outside. Vincent Chapman agrees. Well, that's a call you've got to have if you're the Firefighters. Temple finally finds the zone. 3-1 now. Swing and a miss. Bill Leroy helps him out. That would have tied the inning if Leroy didn't alpha up at it. Liner out to left center. On the run, Noah Bridges won't get there. Malachi Mitchell's going to score easily. And Leroy, a big turnaround second, going for third. No relay from Peanut. Inning tying triple. And the Nanners catcher, another extra base hit, adding on to his fantastic 2025.
And Bill Leroy has just ate the Firefighters all season. Now 11 for 18 with 5 doubles and a triple against the Firefighters. And the Bananas now have the winning run 90 feet away from scoring as Eric Jones Jr. will foul that one away and has a 1-1 count.
It bounces off of EJ while he's in the box. Clear foul ball. Vincent Chapman saw it immediately. Infield in for the Firefighters. Soft tapper, Caden Green pulling off the trick play in a big spot. Whipping that between the legs. That is a huge second out for Austin Temple and company.
It's a play similar to what we saw from Jackson Olsen. The ball on Caden Green very quickly and able to check on Leroy before collecting Firefighters trick play as Olsen sprays this one down the left field line, but the net will impede the fans from making a play.
Jackie's starting to swing a very hot bat. Got a walk-off double Friday night in Camden Yards, had a 2-run single Saturday night. Batting average creeping up. Trying to make it 2 straight inning wins for the Nanners to start this game, and he's ahead 3 balls and a strike. Olsen rarely earns sprints, only 4 of them on the tour. He loves to hack. And he'll swing away on the 3-1. Top of the zone, he cannot connect.
He had 2 sprints through his first 44 games, but has 2 in his last 7. So we're seeing a bit of a difference for Olsen, and he draws yet another ball 4 sprint as the Nanners have earned points in each of the first 2 innings of play tonight in Coors Field.
Well, it turns out Jackson Olsen was playing chess, not checkers, when he missed the trick play to give the Firefighters 2 runs. He sets up a big dancing celebration for his squad. Jackson Olsen with the walk-off. Nanners up 2-0. And now it's just us, YouTube. We get to enjoy Maceo and the boys. Player dance o'clock. Welcome back to Banana Ball Live on ESPN2. What a special night it is for Correll Prime, who spent 7 years in the Rockies farm system, earning Organizational Player of the Year award in 2014. And tonight, he's starting at first base in a full-capacity Coors Field, and even more importantly, is joining us on the mic. Prime, thanks so much for joining us tonight, man.
Of course. Anytime for you beautiful specimens in the booth. Hello. Look at that wave.
Appreciate your prime time.
Of course.
Talk us through how cool this is for you,
This is very cool. You know, I didn't anticipate it being this cool, but it's way cooler than I can anticipate. So it's awesome. I mean, it's loud here, man. This got to be up there. We say it every weekend, but it's got to be up there one of the loudest.
Yeah, I was blown away during the fan warm-up just a few minutes before first pitch.
Right.
I think it was as powerful as I've heard from a big league crowd.
No doubt, man. Just so much love behind it, too, you know? Genuine love.
You've got to have a lot of friends in the organization, and it's got to be a homecoming of sorts to get to play ball here in Coors.
Absolutely. The Rockies organization is an amazing one. It's, you know, a lot of their qualities is what drew me to the Bananas. You know, the same thing the Bananas possess with the family atmosphere and just embracing everybody as their own. You know, unfortunately it didn't work out, didn't get to the big leagues there, but the reception here has been amazing. I've heard from so many people that I crossed paths with through that organization, so it's just been a real treat to be here in Denver.
Prime, like you said, things didn't quite work out, but do you think there were specific things you picked up in the minor league system that really helped you as you transferred your game to Banana Ball?
No doubt, man. I was a baby coming through that system. I mentioned earlier in some of my interviews, I was 22 years old, you know, adolescent in many ways, trying to hit 95 mile-an-hour fastballs in AA. I just wasn't ready at the time, but thankfully my career led me here, and it's a full circle moment of some sort, you know.
Backdoor bender for strike one to Logan Lacey. Cornette on first after earning the first sprint for the Firefighters tonight. And now Lacey plunked.
No, I gotta mention one thing. Shout out to Deborah Brooks, my beautiful mother. This got to be just as amazing for her as it is for me. With the draft story I have and how we ended up getting signed by the Rockies, and just her sacrifices over the years, you know, to all the mothers out there. Obviously, they're sacrificing every day, but, you know, we'll get there at one point to share my story about her and her impact she's had on me. And now at home watching my little heathen children. Oh, that's got to count for it.
Prime, that was like 4 feet away from my hands. I don't know if you saw that.
Hey, the booth fan call foul ball, that counts, right?
It counts.
Heck yeah.
It would count. I would have had to jump out of the booth.
Let's go. Oh,
well, how about D-Mac just reaching out and poking it? And it's going to be morning track power.
Nice play, baby.
Robert Anthony Cruz tracking it down. As Cornette back to second, Lacey back to first.
How about D-Mac? What a beast, swinging the bat like it's an axe. Out there knocking trees now, man. About to hit a homer out here.
He lined out his first time. It's been a barrel parade recently for
Absolutely.
McFadden.
Oh, man, I told him the serotonin levels.
Not getting the results he wants, but that's baseball, that's banana ball.
Part of it.
Now Stephen Cullen, who popped out to you his first time. Yeah, I love the shout out to your mom, Deborah. You told us that's your best friend since forever.
Absolutely.
And obviously an absolute superstar.
Yeah, what an incredible person. You know, just the most selfless person I think I could ever dream about having in my life. And right behind her is my life partner, Jessie Ray. She's just as amazing. And like I said, they're at home right. Oh my.
Yeah, Dion Meadows. He's pretty amazing too.
Well, look at KJ, a little heads up.
Yeah, smart play by Logan Lacey though. Saw the throw coming into 30, grabs an extra 90 following Fournette.
Now coming to pitch.
Stills, man, this is amazing.
Pitcher.
See where he's pounding that glove? Let's go, baby. Give me a strikeout.
We love talking about it on the broadcast. It'd be great to hear it from a teammate, but can you lend some credence to how much of a competitor Stilts is?
It's hilarious, man. He's just an all-timer. I've never met a dude like this guy. Sometimes I think he's 35, sometimes I think he's 12. But now he's on his stilts, and he's like, man, I just ain't feel right today. I was like, bro, you're 10 feet in the air trying to throw pitches. Like, you already won, man. No, it's awesome watching this dude do what he does, man. Even first day at BP, get the fans a little insight back home, man. He's hitting BP. He's like, hey, Byro, you think I can hit another round in your group, man? I just felt something. I got to fix it. Trying to hit me a homer here at Coors.
Well, he gets a swing and a miss from Caden Green.
Hey, snap that thing, baby. Snap that thing.
And you know about that. You struck out against Stilts the first time you faced him.
Career highlight for Stilts. I'm so glad it could be me to deliver it to him. I'm so glad.
That's the most uncomfortable I've ever seen a batter in the box against Stilts.
I'm like,
I can't lie.
I'm like, what am I supposed to do, man? I don't. Like, my coach didn't throw to me on Stilts growing up.
Oh, my gosh!
Oh.
Stilts almost made the snag. It's going to be a 2-run single, though, from Peanut.
Hi, baby. All right. All right.
Boy, nearly a fantastic snag.
Oh, the Firefighters dancing debut, man. I've never seen people practice dancing so much in the locker room. These boys better kill it. Look, Caden wishing he was in on that. Hey, you should have went up there, bro. Hey, you should have went up there and danced with him. I told the broadcast, y'all been grinding on that. Yeah. Say what up to your mom, bro.
So that's the Firefighters' response.
Do you think? oh, sis, yeah, you better not. He might punch you. Yeah. Good swing. All right, baby. I'm a little nervous, not gonna lie. He ready, you better get in the box. Look, he said, I'm throwing it. Let's go, Stills.
Well, he knows he has to lock in against Joe Lytle. This is one of only 2 guys all time who has taken him deep.
Yeah, if I get here Stilts in his head right now, I don't care about no dang donuts. I'm trying to strike him out. Right there, catch me a couple of rainbow trout. Oh, wow.
Joe Lytle, that's a moonshot out to right.
Hey, let me get a super, Reese. Give me one. Give it to me. Give it to me. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
he's got some other anime stuff going on today.
Yeah, that's something else from One Piece.
I love
Carl
you.
Prime, thank you so much. Hey, let's do it again tomorrow night.
Let's do it, baby. I love y'all.
Best of luck the rest of the way tonight, Prime.
Much love, baby. Much love. Thank you.
Emily Cole.
Let's get it on down to Emily Cole.
Across the United States, there are over 100,000 children and teens in foster care without a permanent home. Look around. That's enough to fill Coors Field 8 times with the amount of kiddos currently experiencing foster care. To raise awareness and support the community, we created Bananas Foster, the official nonprofit of Banana Ball. Our organization is dedicated to celebrating those who are already doing amazing things in the foster care world while educating and inspiring others to get involved. Tonight, we are celebrating the Thompson family. Christina was a teacher who saw the need to continue to support children while outside of the classroom, so she decided to become a foster mom. During this process, she met her now husband, Nathan. Nathan jumped in with her, and together, the 2 of them became licensed foster parents 5 years ago while in their 20s. Their focus is to keep siblings together, and over the last few years, they have welcomed 24 children and teens into their home, most of which are part of large sibling groups from across the state. Fans, please help me welcome to the field the Thompson family so that we can celebrate them for all that they do for children and families in Colorado.
Another huge shout out to the Thompson family, our Bananas Foster family of the night here in Denver. We'll have Banana Ball back on ESPN 2 after this. Hey YouTube, we love you. Great to see you. The Banana Band's blasting away. Just a reminder, look at this! It's the Party Animals and Tailgaters. Wow, it was 2-0. Party Animals, I saw in the 5th inning, so the Tailgaters, what a rally. That is on the Party Animals YouTube channel as we speak. Who the heck is hitting for the Party
Jared
Animals?
Mitchell, former LSU star.
Epic. What a spot as the golden batter.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Highly touted prospect back in the day.
Against John Reed on the mound, another former minor leaguer, and he gets him with the gas. Johnny Reed. Nice tip of the cap, too. Honor the LSU legend in Baton Rouge. Man, one of the best games of the year last night at LSU as well. 2-0 win for the Tailgaters. Their pitching staff limited the Party Animals to just 1 run. All right, we're about to be back on ESPN 2. Welcome back to Banana Ball live on ESPN 2. This is a live looking at what's going on in Baton Rouge. Party Animals and Tailgaters knotted up at 2, bottom of the 8th with 2 outs. Heck of a game going on the Party Animals YouTube channel.
Tight game, exactly what you'd expect in Banana Ball. Party Animals just had former LSU Tiger Jared Mitchell appear in the game for them. And now it's time to see if the 3rd time is the charm for the Firefighters. As got another lead in the inning, but have been unable to hold it so far tonight.
Top of the order for the Nanners. DR Meadows, an infield single his first time. Soft tapper into the 6th hole. Easily legged it out. He ended up scoring the inning tying run. Dan Oberst, the on-deck man, scored the inning winning run. Looks like Ty Jackson is occupying Matt Wolf's rodeo cloud barrel, and Austin Temple still struggling with his control. DR trying to get 2 bases, and not a clean reception between Maxwell and Bridges. Would have been bang-bang at second. Noah Bridges, the 7th and final Firefighter who needed to touch that ball before it was live. And we'll get another look. DR just about as quick as they build him. And pressure burst pipes. He's able to get into second.
That's exactly what Tyler Gillum preaches to the Bananas when it comes to base running, something that he was even instructing them back when they were just a collegiate summer baseball team. As Dan Oberst hits a laser beam into right field and avoids Matt Wolf's barrel that was set up on the edge of the outfield grass.
And more importantly, Ty Jackson's head. It was poking out of there. Oh my gosh, here's Zach Frangelo.
Now
the pride of Littleton, Colorado. Guy who went to UNLV to play baseball. Career ended due to concussions. He was a dance major. You see the fruits of those labors with the walk up to the dish. And the flexibility is still awful impressive. 1 for 3 in his Banana Ball career, swinging it against a former minor leaguer who sits low 90s with the fastball. Zach Frangelo chops it foul behind 1-2.
Got his lone hit in Rickwood Field in 2022 on the World Tour. Actually had a 1,000 OBP on that 2022 tour as he singled and came away with the ball for a sprint.
Swings through the fastball. That is a tough pitch to hit. Elevated gas. And our director of entertainment, his first trip to the dish this year. And that's some serious restraint. Took him to game 80 to get him in there, back in the hometown. Can't connect on the fastball. I would wager there's a good chance we see him tomorrow afternoon. That'll be a 3:30 p.m. first pitch. Reese Alexiadis to dead center field. Super Reese, a super smash! 3-run homer, and the Nanners flip the script. For a third straight inning, they're up 3-0.
Anything the Firefighters have done tonight offensively, the Bananas have bettered them in. It is a third straight inning where the Bananas have rallied to claim a point against the Firefighters, and it's Alexiadis with the one-piece Frankie super celebration and his team-leading 12th home run.
Super East to the trees. Let's get it on down to Jesse Cole.
World famous baby race. We've got babies Brooks, Savannah, Madeline, Paxton, Braley, Ramsey, Matthew, Cody, Cecilia, Paxton. If you're keeping track at home, fans, we call this the world's slowest race. On your mark, get set, go! And look at them go. Look at the speed right now. Paxton's off to a head start. Paxton's making his way. And we got movement right now from Madeline. But look at Paxton go. Look at this. Look at the shuffle from Paxton. What technique. Look at him go. Madeline's going. Look at this. I've never seen this technique before. Paxton's going for the finish. Madeline's over there. Paxton's going for the reach. And he reaches, and that's the winner. An absolute dominating show by Paxton. Well done.
The world's slowest race. Always a wild scene. Great call, Jesse Cole. Let's take a look at the numbers for Bananaland's Big Maple, the kid out of Whitby, Ontario, Ryan Kellogg, taking over for Dakota Stilts Albritton on the mound.
8th appearance of the year for Ryan Kellogg, averaging 3 outs in 3 minutes and 1 second, and on pace to land a quick out here in the first as DR Meadows leaps and grabs the banana ball through his legs. Trick play number 110, and one that will melt your mind.
That was on a screamer off the bat of Ron Franklin Jr. And Noah Bridges, good poke down the right field line. That's going to be one hop off the wall. He can really fly. Alexiadis has a cannon. Bridges going for 3. No relay from Olsen. How about that? Here in the top of the 4th inning, our 3rd triple of the night. Here in the largest outfield in Major League Baseball. And a great sign for Noah Bridges. He was out in front of the pitch, got the barrel to it. He's 90 feet away with 1 out for Mason Maxwell. He gets the big looping curveball just a bit high.
Well, oftentimes people think so much about Coors Field adding home runs, but it's also a place where you see the most triples of any park. That has certainly been true tonight in this banana ball game. And something you're always going to see. Night in and night out, banana ball. Vincent Chapman, the dancing umpire, absolutely shaking it down there at home plate.
Well, the 2-hour timer doesn't stop for it either. Clock is still ticking while we pause the action, and Vincent goes buck wild. Well, the Firefighters have done a heck of a job offensively. They've just gotten no support from Austin Temple on the other side of the coin. That one clangs right off the barehanded attempt of a fan. Another chance for Mason Maxwell, who fouled out to fans twice last weekend in Camden Yards.
And that happened, believe it or not, in back-to-back innings for Mason Maxwell. Some very unfortunate luck for the Firefighters right fielder behind 1 and 2 and spoiling that breaking ball from Ryan Kellogg.
Yeah, he's got to look out for the kitchen sink from Kellogg. Those are just about every pitch under the sun. Another barrel, though. And on the run, Alexiadis can't get it with the dive. Bridges will score easily. Maxwell hunting a triple. Throw's going to go all the way to Cox. Cut off. No, he'll relay it, but not a chance. Back-to-back three-baggers. And the Firefighters have pushed a run across for a fourth straight inning. They continue to apply the pressure. They'd like to make it more, as the Nanners, of course, have been able to walk off all 3 innings so far tonight. To the top of the order we go. And the big looping curveball bounces in front of the plate. Ball and no strikes on Liam Spence. On a couple hops, Ryan Cox firing home. Maxwell a dead duck. He'll give himself up. And Coxey, how about that? Trick play number 154, and that's a second straight weekend where he snapped a trick play on a play at the plate.
And again, this is the guy who's the first man out on the field taking ground balls each and every day. A big reason why those transfers are so easy for Ryan Cox is Robert Anthony Cruz comes away with the catch in left field. 2 minutes and 46 seconds for Ryan Kellogg. Firefighters with a chance to claim their first point.
And YouTube, it's just us. Hey, baby time. Let's get it down to Jesse.
50,000 strong on your feet, because we're going to do the biggest Hey Baby Colorado has ever seen. We want hands up in the air. Hands up in the air. Here we go, Shark. Clap those hands. Now get those arms waving.
Welcome back to Banana Ball Live on ESPN2. Bananas versus Firefighters, live from Coors Field in Denver, Colorado. We just saw the largest Hey Baby we've ever had in a big league park. Over 50,000 fans on hand for tonight's game. Nanners dominating so far, up 3-0, but the Firefighters' offense has been terrific. 1 run in the first, 2 in the second, 2 in the third. Austin Temple wasn't able to turn any of those into points. Now Javon Ray out of the pen has 1 run to work with, trying to get that first point of the night for the Firefighters.
Well, he entered with the lead in the inning last Saturday in Baltimore, Maryland, but Javon was not able to hold it against the Bananas. Now he'll be able to induce a ground out against Ryan Cox that comes with a trick play from Liam Spence as well. Second of the night for the Firefighters. But the interesting note on Ray, he has had 3 opportunities this season to hold leads in innings. He has not been successful yet this year, so it's been very similar to what we've seen from Austin Temple tonight.
Terrell Prime worked a sprint his first time. That followed a Ryan Cox single, which were the 2 catalysts for the 3-run second inning for the Bananas. Prime gave way to Malachi Mitchell, the Nanners' designated runner at first, so he didn't get to score that second run of the inning. Behind 1-2, Javon Ray out of Douglasville, Georgia. Started at the University of Tennessee, finished up at Georgia Southern. Big, beautiful curveball, called strike 3, top of the zone. Prime caught looking. And Javon getting a little skiing in here in the Mile High City.
Love the fun and creativity from Javon Ray, bringing the goggles out to the pitcher's mound and freezing Correll Prime on the curveball, which he told us heading into the season was his big strikeout pitch for the Firefighters.
Gilbert, fastball in low 90s. As Robert Anthony Cruz over our heads into the top deck. Not caught by the fans. You thought you might have had a shot at that, Josh.
I thought that one might die. I should have known better the way this ball was traveled tonight.
Two-one count on Rack. He had a sac fly his first time. The ball about 405 feet to center field. And that is a sign of a locked-in Robert Anthony Cruz. Sprays that the opposite way. After a 3-for-4 night last Saturday, a couple doubles and a homer. One of those doubles, a line drive down the left field line. He's 1-for-1 with a run driven in here tonight in Denver.
Well, entering play last Saturday, Cruz was 1-for-22 on the year against the Firefighters, and now across these last 2 games, finds himself 4-for-5 with a sacrifice fly. That is a huge turnaround for the second-year Banana. And now Bill Leroy is at the dish for the Nanners and ducks out of the way of that bender from Ray.
Leroy smoked a triple to left center his first time. It was his first 3-bagger of the tour. He's got a 3-4-5 slash line, which is remarkable. For the Nanners' everyday catcher. But gets under this one. Ron Franklin Jr. can't find it. He has no idea where the ball is. It falls in front of him. A disaster. Rack hustling the whole way will score from first. And it's going to be an RBI double for Bill Leroy. Gosh, Ron Franklin Jr. lost the ball in the twilight. And once again, the Firefighters cannot connect on a point. The inning is knotted up just like that.
Just an absolutely brutal break there for the Firefighters as now Eric Jones Jr. gets plunked on the first pitch from Ray. And for EJ, he now has 6 hit-by pitches this season, leading all Savannah Bananas.
Well, Malachi Mitchell out there for a second time tonight. He takes over for Bill Leroy. Flash scored in that 3-run second. Just mentioned that. That was in place of Correll Prime at first base. The designated runner for both teams can pinch run 1 time every trip through the order. Second time through, so second time we see Flash. And now Jackson Olsen, who walked off that aforementioned second inning with the ball for a sprint. With the ball and a strike on him here. Make it 2-1. Now Javon Ray, 1 ball away from losing this inning. An inning he should have won a couple of hitters ago. He induced the fly ball that should have won it. Ron Franklin couldn't find it in the sky. And now a 3-1. It's going to be a pitcher's pitch. Boy, that was a generous strike call. Vincent Chapman says it caught the outside corner. Count is full. The runners will be off. Payoff. Fouled away. We'll do it again.
And hopefully Olsen okay as he went around. That ball might have struck him on the hand possibly as he was coming around on that swing. No, that one going right off the ankle. And Olsen able to collect himself, take a deep breath, and back in the batter's box for another payoff.
Back up the middle, Jackson Olsen, his second walk-off of the ball game. The Nanners offense relentless tonight. Aided in the 4th to a ball being lost in the night. They have trailed every inning. They have won every inning. And they're up 4 to zilch. And now the Bananas with a little rush talk action in response to the Firefighters a couple innings ago. Let's get it on down to Jesse Cole.
Yeah, down to the field we go. On the mound, Jesse Cole, take it away, buddy.
Fans, it is now time for a new promotion here. It is called the Four Corners Face-Off. We've got Arizona, New Mexico, Utah, and Colorado. And they got to sprint full speed ahead to the mound and jump against each other. Whoever stays up moves on to the next round. Four corners, on your mark, get set, go! We got Utah is out. New Mexico, Colorado, go back to your spots. Arizona, on your marks. Get set, go! We got to get airborne. Oh! New Mexico is down. All right, we've got Colorado versus Arizona. Colorado right over here. Colorado right here. Do you guys think Arizona's gonna win? Do you think Colorado's gonna win? On your mark, get set, go! Get airborne, boys! Up! Rolling! One more time! One more time! The official ruling. I am winded watching this. Colorado, are you ready? Arizona, on your mark, get set, go! Full speed, airborne! Fans, we have an official. The winner? I ain't doing it. The winner, Colorado! There we go.
Well, the Rockies faithful thrilled that the young chap in the Charlie Blackmon jersey came away victorious against the guy in the Bill Leroy jersey. And Jared Donaldson, the third man out of the Nanners pen as we head to the 5th here in Coors Field.
And in his third World Tour with the Savannah Bananas, Donnie earned the win last Friday in Baltimore, tossing 2 2/3 innings of scoreless relief with 2 strikeouts, and averaged 3 outs in 3 minutes and 3 seconds. He is still not allowed a run to the Firefighters this season in 10 innings pitched. But that might get a little tricky with the way the ball is flying here in Coors Field as Donnie jumps ahead of third baseman Logan Lacey 0-1.
Big boppers here for the Firefighters, 3, 4, and 5 in the order. Count even on Lacey. Donaldson, his best pitch, the splitter. When it's on, he is unbelievable. We'll see how it plays here at elevation. Lacey, McFadden, and Cullen. It has not been the offense the problem tonight for the Firefighters. They've scored in all 4 innings. But it looks like they're going to have to put up a crooked number against the Nanners to get their first point. Lacey's going to be content with 1 base on the second Firefighters sprint earned tonight. It's a good way to start off the top of the 5th.
This is the thing that a lot of the pitchers, and Jared Donaldson will also realize this as well. The ball just travels differently out of the hand here in Coors Field. There's a 25% decrease in the movement on your pitches when here in Denver.
We'll see what kind of movement Donnie can get after a 5-2-2 pitch. 5th inning, second batter, second pitch. Donaldson has Cox, Olsen, and Meadows dancing behind him. Lacey takes off on it, which is a lack of banana ball feel. The Nanners dugout is furious, but the guys are down 4-0. Sue the guy. What can you do? He's on second base now. Obviously not a chance in the world to catch him when nobody's covering the bag with both middle infielders dancing while he took off. And slow tapper left side. KJ, quick transfer between the legs. Lacey stays put at second. Trick play for Kyle Jackson as D-Max retired.
and rolled over to the right part of the infield as well. Lacey not able to advance after the steal of second base. And Kyle Jackson makes that one look pretty routine over at the hot corner as Cullen swings through a splitter from Donnie.
Well, the splitter looks like it's working pretty well. Here over 5,000 feet above sea level. Stephen Cullen has no trouble with it though. Serves it into center. Lacey getting the windmill. Throw from DR cut off by Prime. And an RBI single for Stephen Cullen, who's now 1 for 3 on the night. So the Firefighters with the leadoff sprint. The steal of second on a 5-2-2 pitch, which I know there will be words about in the locker room after the ball game. Look out! A hot shot from Caden Green nearly gets a piece of our third base cameraman, Isaac Parra, checking on him. And how about Cox? A trick play on the looping liner. Tip drill to the bare hand for out number 2. Third time to the dish for our Dunkin' Donut batter of the game. If Joe Lytle strikes out, the full capacity crowd gets free donuts. And wow, that was a screamer foul. Lytle singled his first time. Flew out to the right field wall his second trip to the dish. Good poke against Dakota Stiltz Albritton. Just missed it.
Thought he had gotten all of that banana ball. Flipped the bat to the moon here in Coors, only to see it wind up in the glove of Alexiadis. Donnie ahead in the count. Will miss outside. Now it's run even.
Deuce is wild. We're 1 run in here in the top of the 5th. And back up the middle, past the attempt of Jackson Olsen. How about South Trimble is going to go first to third, so the Firefighters designated runner snuck in there. First time we've seen South in this ball game. And Joe Lytle heads up base running. Follows him up to second. We'll get another look. Two runners in scoring position, 2 down. And Ron Franklin, who peppered a ball off the left field wall his first time. Smoked it his last trip as well, but it was a line out to center. And a tapper foul, count still 0-2 on Hot Boy Ron. We had a thrilling game in Baton Rouge. If you don't want the spoiler, cover your ears right now. I'm gonna give you 1, 2, 3. Tailgaters won 3-2 in showdowns. They end up sweeping the series in LSU, and it's going to be a 3-trick play inning for the Nanners here in the 5th. Reese Alexiadis with another homage to One Piece. The Firefighters push a run across once again. They need a scoreless inning to claim their first point. The man, the myth, the legend, the guy we call the Sultan of SWAT, but you probably know him best for his work as an anchor on SportsCenter. Gary Striewski has made his way back to Banana Land. He bounced the ball off the left field wall here in Coors earlier today in batting practice, and now he joins us on the mic while coaching first base. Gary, how good does it feel to be back where you belong, man?
Well, hey, Biko, Josh, I thought we were friends. You could have left that part about me bouncing it off the wall, off the national broadcast. I'll forgive you because I got to lock in right here, and I got to make sure my boy Ziggy gets the right times here, but it's great to be back, man. It's awesome. Peyton Manning's hanging out in the dugout right now. I don't even know if I was supposed to say that, but
wow, that's
Peyton
breaking
Manning's hanging out in the dugout right now. Oh, that's my boy Ziggy.
Ziggy found himself a barrel.
Go, 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 go. Hey, and that's just good coaching, boys.
Great send, Gary.
That's
awesome
just good coaching.
Send.
That's just good coaching, boys. I'm trying to multitask. I'm trying to lock into the booth. But my boy Ziggy, you see, we're both rocking number 10, so that's kind of like my brother from another.
Go get him a high five.
Hey,
maybe
Ziggy.
A little butt tap.
Ziggy, one time, baby.
Attaboy.
All right, here we go.
Gary, I'm counting that double for you. Listen, I thought saying that you peppered a ball off the wall would be a compliment. I mean,
I got the range. You guys remember in Hartford 3 years ago.
You put it out.
I was depositing balls at the dunk.
That's right.
So
that's what everybody was saying.
I was thinking fan first. That's 153, by the way, boys. I was thinking fan first, so I was just trying to give people some souvenirs. I was unsuccessful earlier.
Now Dan Oberst, slow tapper to third. Logan Lacey thinks about trying to get Mitchell. He's going to end up grabbing Oberst. Malachi back to second.
Let's go, Obi.
Yeah, Gary, I just don't have juice like that. So seeing a ball hit off the wall, I mean, that was really impressive to me.
I liked what you said. What is it? Elevate and what?
Elevate and celebrate.
Elevate, celebrate. We're trying to get some of that right here with KJ.
KJ's the kind of guy that embraces the pleasure, not the pressure.
That's correct. But pressure makes diamonds, and he's got a lot of them around his neck, I think.
Yeah, he does. He's doing pretty good these days. That was a generous strike call and flash.
Oh!
Gun down. Delayed steal trying to get third. He was able to swipe second earlier tonight.
Yeah. Hey, can we go back to you guys not catching that foul ball? I mean, Biko, I saw it, dude. I think it hit you right in the hands. That's a bad spot, right?
It was like 3 feet out of my reach, Gary. It was like 3 feet away from me.
That's great, dude. How's excuse camp going?
It was good direction, not enough distance. I mean, D-Mac, the guy on the mound, he's the guy who hit it. You got to talk to him. He's the guy you should be complaining
to.
Boys. Kyle Jackson.
That's touched.
To the forest. No, off the top of the wall. Ron Franklin can't make the snag.
Guys, we might have something special happen right here.
KJ
have something special. Oh,
he can fly. He's going to stop at third.
You would have given him the windmill there.
Yeah. Send it. Green light. That's why I got all the speeding tickets. I don't stop.
Relatable. Good poke by Kyle Jackson. He's 1 for 1 on the night. Worked a sprint his first time, and now the inning-tying run 90 feet away.
Come on.
2 outs. Here's Reese Alexiadis. He did send it to the forest his last time. Gary, how cool is getting to come back to your home state for 50 states in 50 days on SportsCenter?
Can't put it into words, man. I thought me sitting in the dugout at Coors Field was going to be as a player. But 15 years after I left Denver to sort of pursue this broadcast journey, I come back as a SportsCenter anchor hanging out with the most exciting show in sports, which is Banana Ball, man. It's literally bananas that this whole thing has come full circle, man.
And you're going to be hosting SportsCenter on the field on ESPN as soon as the game ends.
Right after the show, dude. And if the Bananas don't win, I'm not looking forward to that post-game interview with Jesse.
You're going to have Jesse. I think you're going to have a couple nanners on with you to go through some highlights.
Here we go. Oh, leg this out. Beat it.
Cue ball from Alexiadis. And, man, it's just got to be a coincidence. First time the Bananas don't score tonight is when Gary's coaching first. Thanks so much for joining us, man.
Come on, y'all.
Thanks, Gary.
We'll be right back, folks.
And they think they are some of the best dancers in all of Colorado. And we're going to find out, ladies and gentlemen, because they're going to be dancing blindfolded. We're going to eliminate trouble until we get to the final 2, and we're going to determine who is our champion. This is called Dancing in the Dark. All right, gentlemen, let's put our blindfolds on. Let's cover those eyes. Make sure there's no cheating. Get them on, get them on. All right, Shark, let's hit the music. Let's see what we got. Let's go, boys. All right, we have already lost one. We are down to 2. We are down to our final 2. They are getting after it. Oh man, it's Jordan and it's Dave. It's Jordan and it's Dave. The final 2. We are down to the final 2. We got to find out who is the best dancer. Give us your best stuff. Don't leave anything else out there. Oh my God, who is it going to be? Who is it going to be? Jordan, hey, you can take a blindfold off. I'm not tapping you on the shoulder because you're out. I just want to let you know. You've been dancing by yourself out here, buddy. You are the winner of Dancing in the Dark. Give it up.
Our job is to make people smile and bring joy to people, and it puts everything in perspective for me, and it helps me realize how lucky I am to have this platform. It's something I don't take lightly.
Well, Val Perez was the no-brain hire for the Firefighters' first ever head coach in their inaugural season last year. She is back for a second campaign. And it's going to be the bottom 2 in the order. Trying to feed the top, Noah Bridges. Can't connect on a couple splitters from Jared Donaldson, out for a second inning of relief. Mason Maxwell lurking on deck. And then at the top, Liam Spence led off the ball game with a home run. This one lifted out to left field. In retreat, Robert Anthony Cruz is going to catch it on the run. He had a backflip catch all the way back in the second inning. He's got a stiff back. You can see him. He's got a kink in his neck, too. He told me down in batting practice that he woke up with. Didn't stop him from the flipping catch, but I think that's going to be the last of the acrobatics for Rack tonight. Come on now, the Firefighters' resident magician, and it has to be the first ever walk-up with a magician as the star and a magician on the camera as well. Zach Gutherman on the sticks there. He's just about as good a magician as you'll find as well.
Well, we've seen Trimble make the banana ball disappear in his hat a couple times, but Zach Gutherman was one of the magicians on the Banana Land at Sea Cruise, and Trimble lines the 0-1 to Ryan Cox, who was able to grab that one out of the air for the second out for Jared Donaldson. Impressive adjustment by Coxie to be able to come away with that snag.
That ball was knuckling. The bat made it all the way to third base as well. At least what was left of it. Big South had the smaller piece in his hands when all was said and done. 2 quick outs for Donnie. Back to the top of the order we go. A rare slider from Donaldson. Jared calls it a strike, Vincent Chapman calls it a ball, and now fastball high and tight. That is not where you want to get hit. Liam Spence off the fingers. Looks like he's A-okay. After leading off the game with the home run, a couple ground outs for Spency. He's bored with 2 away, Dalton Cornett, and the best hitter on this squad, 0 for 2 on the night. And a ball and no strikes. Fastball misses, now 2-0. Firefighters have scored a run in every inning tonight. Trying to keep it going. That one off the end of the bat. DR took a couple steps back, and Ryan Cox not able to make the snag on the run. So it'll be a perfectly placed looping single for DC3 with 2 outs. Spence on the move. As soon as the ball was put in play, he ends up at third.
Yeah, super tough play for Ryan Cox to have to make, traveling out to shallow center field, and for DR Meadows, where he messed himself up, was taking a first step back with that ball coming off the bat of Dalton Cornett. Understandable considering what we've seen tonight in Coors Field, but hurts the Bananas here with 2 outs in the 6th as Donaldson has a 1-1 count on Lacey.
Logan Lacey to left. That's going to put in at least one. Cornett hustling towards third. Throw in from Rack. He's going to get a stop sign. RBI double from the Firefighters' third baseman. And now they have scored in all 6 innings tonight. Prolific offensive performance. And their pitching staff, a heck of an opportunity. So far, the Nanners offense has been even better. And now another wild pitch from Jared Donaldson. Heck of a job by Bill Leroy to knock it down. Somehow it didn't get a piece of the beefy Dakota McFadden, who's 0 for 2, a line out and fly out. Both of them struck very well. Flares this one shallow right. Jackson Olsen coming out with the call. Oh, he can't make the snag. Claims it off the mitt. And 2 more runs are going to come in. That'll be an E4. But again, we see you put the ball in play, kids. Good things can happen. Second time tonight, the Firefighters push 2 runs across with 2 outs on a Nanners defensive miscue.
Got a little eager, blows the glove a little too early, trying to come away with that catch. And like Ron Franklin, no trouble with the lights there for Jackson Olsen. Pretty standard error. That's now allowed the Firefighters to put up another crooked number.
And Stephen Cullen, oh my goodness, tape measure shot. First home run of the year for the kid out of Southeastern. That was a colossal blast.
And in that final season at Southeastern in 2023, Cullen had 23 home runs, was averaging 1 every 8 at-bats. And finally comes away with that long-awaited first home run for the Firefighters here in 2025.
What an easy swing from Stephen Cullen. No doubt 2-run shot. Split does not like what he's seeing. Well, 4 of these 5 runs unearned against Jared Donaldson. As that one to the backstop, it's going to get all the way back to Donnie. Aiden Green, the man in the box, ahead 2-0. Less than 37 minutes left on our 2-hour timer. If that runs out before we get to the 9th inning, whatever inning we are playing will be the final frame, and every run scored in that inning will count as a point. Something to keep an eye on as this top of the 6th continues to drag on. Peanut grabs the sprint. He's not going to test the Nanners defense. They get it to all 7 fielders behind the pitcher and catcher in short order. Second time aboard on the ball game for Green. He had a 2-run single back in the 3rd. And he passes the baton to Joe Lytle, who's the 9th Firefighter to swing it. And he's going to keep the carousel spinning all the way to the wall. Peanut's going to come in from first. Lytle's going to have himself a stand-up triple. A 6th spot now in the 6th for the Firefighters. 5 of the 6 runs now unearned.
Well, this is the night offensively that the Firefighters have been looking for all season. They enter worst offense in Banana Ball this season, batting less than 200 with runners in scoring position. That will not be the case after this game is over. The only problem is the pitching has really failed the Firefighters, but a 6-run cushion, maybe more, going into the bottom half of this inning should be plenty of breathing room to cut into this deficit.
Yeah, it would take a disastrophe to flip the script here in the 6th inning. Ron Franklin left the box, but with 3 balls on him, he has the safe harbor rule, so no strike called for leaving the box. He's full. A lot of movement on that fastball from Donaldson. Franklin helps him out and lifts this one to center. D.R. Meadows will put an end to the bleeding. 6 runs for the Firefighters. A golden opportunity to grab another point here in Coors Field.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, all members of the United States military, Boston Please welcome the Red Eyes from the 120th Fighter Squadron from earlier tonight's flyover. Please join the Bananas and Firefighters as we honor the men and women that serve this great nation while we salute our hometown heroes of the night. We thank you for your service and commitment to our great country. To our police officers, to our firefighters, to our nurses, to our EMS workers, to our dispatchers, and to our school teachers. The Bananas and Firefighters say thank you.
Ryan Cox with a specialty walk-up to kick off the last of the 6th inning. You're watching Banana Ball live on ESPN2. Coxie, what do you got for us, man? Blink 182 for the people. And what became a theme song for the Colorado Avalanche a few years ago. Here in Denver, Coxie gets to lip sync it up to the dish. Marshall Schill, the new man on the mound for the Firefighters. He has a 6-run cushion as Cox shoots that one into right. First pitch of the frame after the specialty walk-up. He's aboard.
And with that knock, the Bananas now draw even with the Firefighters when it comes to total team hits tonight. Each of these two squads have 13 hits in tonight's ball game, and we are only in the bottom of the 6th inning.
And that's mind-boggling. We've seen a new triples record for a game in Banana Ball history. This is the 288th Banana Ball game ever played. We have had 6 triples. That is a new high. So the largest outfield in Major League Baseball has been taken advantage of by the hitters. And how about a full infield group trick pitch by the Firefighters for a strike on Correll Prime. This 6th inning is coming to you commercial-free, served up by DQ. Bizarre 0-2 pitch, and Schill right back in there, paints the outside corner. Prime caught looking for a 2nd straight plate appearance.
Yeah, that is rare to see from Correll Prime, a guy who described himself to us as sometimes a pretty free swinger, but has been very picky tonight at the plate. Worked in his favor in the first plate appearance with a ball four sprint, but now caught looking each of the last 2 times as Schill a little erratic with his first delivery to Cruz.
Rack, stiff back, stiff neck and all. It does not hurt him offensively nor in the field. He's now 2 for 2. Had a sac fly his first time. Line drive single to left his last trip. Now smokes one to right. And he is on an absolute heater. Rare sighting, high pants rack here tonight in the Mile High City. Wave and a miss. Bill Leroy fooled on the slider from Schill. And this could be two. Spence can't handle it. Ricochets off of him. Windmill from Eric Fox to Ryan Cox. Nanners third base coach sends the Nanners shortstop home. And we'll get another look at that. I mean, it's got to go, I would wager, as an E4. It looked like a pretty wicked hop, though. Yeah,
definitely a tough hop, but pretty hard not to rule that one in E4 for Liam Spence.
I concur. Struck well by Bill Leroy, got a friendly bounce from the Coors Field dirt. 1 run home, 2 men on, 1 out. Eric Jones Jr. A ball and a strike. But the way the offense has been tonight, stranger things have happened than a 6-run rally. Ty Jackson has taken over at first for the Nanners catcher. So that is a true pinch runner. If Bill re-enters in his spot, Ty will be burned after this, and EJ plunked for a second straight plate appearance. Hit by Javon Ray in the 4th. Now Marshall Schill gets a piece of him. Good for the OBP. Board for the 2nd time tonight. Bases are loaded. Here's Jackson Olsen. Walk-offs in each of his first 2 trips to the plate. Into the upper deck, not caught by the fans. There's an inning-winning sprint in the 2nd, an inning-winning single in the 4th. Reese Alexiadis has the other 2 walk-offs for the Nanners. Weird game tonight on so many levels. 4 innings in, the Bananas had 4 points on walk-offs by just 2 guys. That had to be the first time in 288 Banana Ball games we'd ever seen it. Just missing the outside corner. 2-1 now on the Nanners' second baseman. Nowhere to put Olsen, who is now ahead 3-1. And we've got less than 27 minutes now on our 2-hour timer, still in the 6th inning. It's going to be a free pass. At least 2 runs will score. Ball got away from Joe Lytle. Now every firefighter behind the pitcher and catcher have to touch the ball before it's live. Olsen, of course, will be able to scamper up to second. With the ball getting away from the Firefighters catcher to start that sprint. Olsen aboard all 3 times tonight. He has driven in 4. He had 14 RBIs coming into the game. He's up to 18, just like that. And how about this? DR Meadows doesn't bite on the slider. He represents the inning-winning run. The Firefighters scored 6 runs in the top half. And DR fouls out to the fans in the 2nd deck. Barehanded snag. Nice catch by that guy. DR tipping his cap to the fan.
It's become a very difficult inning for the Bananas and Firefighters alike from a pitching standpoint. And for Marshall Schill, that is a massive 2nd out. The fan in the 2nd deck coming away with a sweet catch. And now Schill an out away from claiming a 2nd point tonight for the Firefighters.
But you go from a guy with 1 home run on the year to a guy with 8. Dan Oberst 2 for 3 on the night. Couple zingers for singles, and Marshall Schill is behind 3-0. Kyle Jackson waiting on deck. Schill, wow. Generous strike call around the outside corner. Dan with a little extra look back at Vincent Chapman. Still his count. Late hack, back to the 2nd deck. Similar spot, not caught. And the count is full. Oberst, the Bananas team leader with 26 extra base hits here in his 7th year. The tying run in the inning sends it right back up the middle. That will score 1. Fox is going to give Olsen a stop sign. No reason to risk it when Oberst on first base is the guy who matters. And it is a 4-run bottom of the 6th after a 6-run top half for the Firefighters. The inning tying run aboard, the inning winning run in the form of Kyle Jackson at the dish. Mason Maxwell and Tyler Riggett doing whatever the heck that is to try and staunch the bleeding. Inspire a third out here for Schill and company.
Well, you thought that a 6-run cushion would be enough for Marshall Schill, but he has allowed walk-offs in each of his last 2 outings against the Savannah Bananas. Meanwhile, KJ goes to the opposite field, collects the single, and now it is 6-5 here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Both teams bat around in the 6th. The inning tying runs on second, inning winning runs on first. Reese Alexiadis has 2 walk-offs already tonight. Fouls the first pitch away. He's 2 for 3, a walk-off single in the first, a 3-run walk-off homer to win the third. To the trees in dead center, where the wall is 415 feet away. Alexiadis up to a dozen homers on the tour, leading the Nanners. 3 behind Jake Skoll, who has the tour lead. A reminder, ball 4 in this situation ties the inning as well. Good job by Schill. Puts one right down Broadway. Alexiadis fouls it away.
With the other mark on Schill, he's allowed 13 earned runs in 13 1/3 innings pitched this season. That has obviously climbed even higher due to the results tonight as Alexiadis slides this into center, and Ron Franklin Jr. comes away with the inning-saving snag as it is now a 4-2 Firefighters deficit.
That's right. Let's get another look at the inning-saving play by Hot Boy Ron. You got number 2 on SportsCenter's top 10 with a diving play a couple Fridays ago in Camden Yards. Here on Saturday night in Coors Field. He puts the end to an 11-run inning. The Firefighters take it 6-5. They trail 4-2 now in the all-important points department. They've won back-to-back innings after losing the first 4. And Noah Bridges, who flew out to left to start that 6-run. Top of the 6th inning. By the way, all 6 of those runs for the Firefighters scored with 2 outs. Only 1 of them earned against Jared Donaldson. He's out for his 3rd frame of work. And another right back to him. He's going to whip it between the legs, behind the back to EJ. Double trick play, the first we have seen tonight. And we're right back to the action while we get another look at Donaldson and Eric Jones Jr. combining trick play talents. South Trimble is going to survive this foul ball into the crowd of over 50,000 fans. South a looping liner to short in his lone trip to home plate tonight. He started as the Firefighters designated runner, was utilized once in that role, and now the DR is burned for Val Perez and the Firefighters as he's entered for Mason Maxwell in right. He'll take the sprint. That's been a common theme tonight. Trimble stepping on the gas. It was a late decision to go to second, and he's going to beat that final exchange. Robert Anthony Cruz, the last 7th and final man who needed to touch the ball before it was live. Trimble showing off the wheels. He's tied for the Firefighters lead with 6 stolen bases, and he's going to get an extra 90 on the wild pitch from Donaldson. Taps his chest, says, "My bad, Bill." So free pass and hustle as Trimble all the way on 3rd base. And back at the top of the order, Liam Spence is ahead 2-0.
The Bananas obviously changing some things up with Donnie behind in the count, a runner on 3rd. They have moved the infield in. Just about everybody except Kyle Jackson over at 3rd base as Donnie pours a strike. Now it's 3-1 count.
That one misses though, and a gifted run to the Firefighters on a pair of sprints and a wild pitch. Liam Spence is going to be content with 1 base after 4 bad ones from Donaldson. Picks up his 2nd stake of the ball game. The first coming on his solo shot that started the contest. And Dalton Cornett takes a fastball spiked in the dirt. Ball and a strike on the Firefighters designated hitter. 1 for 3 on the night. A sprint himself. And now 1-2. This one driven deep out to right center. Meadows is going to watch this, clang off the wall. Spence getting a windmill from Perez. Olsen's throw's going to go to third. Cornette stuck in a pickle. The run will come in. And now DC3 is going to be tracked down by Kyle Jackson.
Now coming to pitch, a former All-Star who pitched the only no-hitter in Colorado Rockies history. Please welcome Ubaldo Jimenez!
Cool is it to see Ubaldo Jimenez pitching back here in Coors Field. 41 years young, the pride of the Dominican Republic. One of the greatest, if not the greatest pitchers in Colorado Rockies history.
Yeah, 2009 and 2010 run for Ubaldo Jimenez, something really special for the Rockies. Found a lot of success here in Coors Field, was the starting pitcher for the National League in the 2010 All-Star Game. And that no-hitter did not come here in Coors Field, for all of you wondering. It actually came in Turner Field against the Braves.
Jimenez gets Lacey to sky this one in the infield. Ryan Cox is going to grab it. Ubaldo Jimenez does the job. 2 pitches, 1 out, and the crowd goes wild here in a full capacity Coors Field. And YouTube, well, we are in an ESPN2 commercial break. You get to see the folks go buck wild here in Denver. Man, chat, I'm hungies. I could munch. Welcome back to Banana Ball live on ESPN2 from a sold-out Coors Field in Denver, Colorado. Over 50,000 fans on hand. They have seen one of the wildest Banana Ball games ever played. It is 4-2 Bananas in the bottom of the 7th. The Firefighters have scored in every single inning tonight. They pushed 2 across in the top of the inning. And Johnny Hummel, the new man on the mound, has Ryan Cox swinging out a 3-0. Won't see that very often. Tip drill in right. And Noah Bridges there for out number 1 here in the 7th. Coxey started off that 5-run 6th with a single. He's now 2 for 4 on the ballgame. Correll Prime, a sprint his first time. Back-to-back strikeouts looking. Behind 0-2. Now make it 1-2 against Kentucky's closer in 2024. Johnny Hummel, a phenomenal talent, and Prime, the Rockies' 2014 Organizational Player of the Year. Spent 7 years in their farm system. Gets his first hit here in Coors.
Well, he'll likely be pitching in tomorrow's ball game for the Savannah Bananas, and fortunately for Prime, able to come away with the hit. What is somewhat of a homecoming for the Bananas' first baseman tonight. Now Robert Anthony Cruz finds himself with a strike 3 on Robert Anthony Cruz. A quick punch out there for Johnny Hummel.
Yeah, he made light work of the hottest guy in this Bananas lineup. Rack was 2 for 2 on the night, now make it 2 for 3. He's coming off a 3 for 4 performance in their last contest back in Camden Yards, a couple doubles and a homer. Quick 0-2 count now on Bill Leroy. Johnny Hummel filling it up. And great stop by Joe Lytle to keep Prime at first. 30 runs scored tonight, 15 from each team. That is a mind-boggling number right there.
And only one man's been able to throw up a shutout frame. It looks like Hummel will become the second as Lacey throws across the diamond, and Colin cannot gather it on a hop.
That's an ill-timed E5. Firefighters would have pulled within a point if Lacey and Cullen could have nailed the connection. The error, of course, goes to Lacey, but Stephen Cullen, a fantastic defensive first baseman, will tell you he should have had it. And now a 1-1 count on Eric Jones Jr., former Twins and Mariners minor leaguer. Make it 2-1 on EJ. He's been hit by a pitch each of his last 2 times. Taps this to Caden Green. He'll go the short way. And the Firefighters with 3 straight points. From down 4-0, they have pulled within 1. And we're going to get our second world's fastest inning of this ball game. That means no promo, going from the 7th to the 8th. As soon as Zach Phillips is ready on the mound, and the Bananas have 9 guys, including Philly defensively, we'll be back to the action. You get a quick look at Philly's career in August across these past 3 world tours. Former Royals minor leaguer has been absolutely stupendous in August.
Well, he's on a streak right now of 18 1/3 consecutive scoreless innings in August. You can now make that 18 2/3 innings. This is the last time Philly was on the pitcher's mound. He threw a 55-second inning for the Bananas, the second of his Banana Ball career. Those are tied for the 5th fastest innings in Banana Ball's history.
Chopper to Cox, 360 over to first. And he dispatches Stephen Cullen, who had homered his last time. Cullen now 2 for 5 on the night. He's driven in 3. Heater right down the chute. And a quick 0-2 count on Caden Green. Philly works as fast as anybody. It's on display right there. High 80s, low 90s fastball. 6-pitch arsenal, throws just about everything. Peanut battling into the second deck, not caught by the fans. Another chance for the folks here in Denver. Once again, they come up empty. Only 1 foul out to the fans so far tonight. It went against the Bananas. It's D.R. Meadows, their leadoff hitter in the 6th. Green giving them ample opportunities here in the 8th. Guy tried to nab it in the hat, came up empty. What a battle. Backdoor bender, just misses. And a tapper to Cox. He'll go between the legs. He takes care of his counterpart at short. And Zach Phillips, another lightning fast inning. Under 2 minutes, as per usual.
2-run homer for Vinny Castilla. The ball is a home run off the bat of Vinny Castilla.
Castilla hammers one straight away center field, and that ball is a home run. And that ball is a bomb by Castilla.
Now coming to bat, a 2-time All-Star and 3-time Silver Slugger from your Colorado Rockies, Vinny Castilla!
The most beloved Rockies of all time, Vinny Castilla, behind 0-1 against Ben Dunn III. who last weekend got to face off against Adam Jones in Camden Yards. Into the, don't catch it, Josh, don't catch it.
I can't resist, I can't resist.
We will be booed out of Denver if you make the snag. Guy was reaching
My
out.
heart was racing.
Slap the opposite way. Liam Spence going between the legs a couple times. Stephen Cullen behind the back over at first. And another well-deserved standing ovation for Vinny Castilla. He was selected in the 1993 expansion draft from the Braves by the Rockies as Dunn will grab a trick play, taking care of D.R. Meadows. And he was the last player to retire from that original 1993 Rockies roster. He's 320 home runs, with the most all-time by a Mexican-born player. I mean, just an absolute legend. So cool to have Vinny grace us with his presence here in Denver. A couple quick outs for Ben Dunn, the third. Dan Oberst, deep to left. See you later! Danny O, his fourth hit of the ball game. An eighth inning walk-off smash. Nanners up 5-3.
Oberst with 3 singles, but now the home run and 2 runs batted in tonight, and it is much needed breathing room from the Bananas going into the final inning of play. Oberst, a huge slam.
Welcome back to Banana Ball Live on ESPN2. During the break, the over 50,000 fans on hand turned the night yellow here in Coors Field. And a reminder, as soon as we sign off tonight, flip over to ESPN, where we'll have post-game coverage live with Gary Streisky hosting. Jackson Olsen and Robert Anthony Cruz are going to run through some highlights with Gary. Jesse Cole is going to chat as well. And it'll be really special to have a Banana Land Denver version of SportsCenter's 50 States in 50 Days. This is what it means to reach our final inning. Every run scored counts as a point, and very important tonight as the Nanners come in up 5-3.
Yeah, the Firefighters looking to score 2 runs here at the minimum to tie and possibly send our game to showdown tiebreakers. I'd say they've got a pretty decent chance at it, considering the Firefighters have scored in 7 of the 8 offensive innings that they have had tonight. And they are going to be pitted against the Bananas closer, Danny Hosley, on the bump for the 35th time this year, has 9 saves in 13 opportunities, and has only given up 2 hits to the last 21 batters he's faced, and has recorded at least 1 strikeout in 7 straight outings as Joe Lytle skies this to center field, and D.R. Meadows grabs a quick first out.
And continues the dance he was doing with all the folks in that left center field section, and then in dead center, the rock pile, over 600 feet away from home plate. It's the farthest fans can sit in any Major League Baseball stadium. It is jam-packed up there as well. They're making them a part of the show. 1-0 count on Ron Franklin, right back up the middle. Hot boy Ron, big knock. That'll bring the tying run up to the dish. And last week's Banana Ball Player of the Week, staying red hot. He's only 2 for 5 on the night now. But a couple lineouts, he continues to hit the ball very well.
And he's a man with good speed on the bases as well for the Firefighters. Of course, they're not going to try and run into any kind of out here in the 9th. But Franklin may be able to take advantage if he can get the right jump against Danny Do-It-All on the pitcher's mound.
Noah Bridges tripled back in the 4th inning. A couple ground outs and a fly out as well. He can really fly. Olsen only 1 play. It's going to be at first. He does it in trick play style, between the legs toss. And the Firefighters down to their final out as Franklin moves up to second.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Firefighters are invoking the Golden Batter Rule. Hitting in the place of South Trimble is the Firefighters' Golden Batter. Please welcome Logan Lacey.
One of the best rules in Banana Ball on display, the Golden Batter Rule. Each team can insert 1 hitter from their lineup at any point in the ball game. Lacey, one of the best bats the Firefighters have to offer against one of the best pitchers in Banana Ball history. 1-0 count. Lacey can't connect on the Vulcan changeup. Mosley's signature pitch. Fastball low 90s, 12-6 curve to keep the hitters honest as well. Mosley right back to the changeup, same result. The Firefighters down to their final strike. Everybody on their feet here in Denver. Swing and a miss! 3 straight Vulcan changeups. Danny Hosley slams the door, and the Nanners win a wild one, 5-3, night 1 here in Coors Field.
In a game that saw 31 total runs scored tonight, it's the Savannah Bananas behind 4 straight points earned to start this game, who were able to come away with the victory against the Firefighters and extend their Banana Ball best winning streak to 14 games.
The longest winning streak in our young sports history. Extended once more. We will have first pitch tomorrow, 3:30 p.m. Mountain Time, 5:30 p.m. Eastern on the Savannah Bananas YouTube channel. We'll be right back on ESPN2 in a week's time from Rate Field in Chicago, home of the White Sox. Our showman of the night in the first Banana Ball game ever played in Colorado. It's Super Reese Alexiadis as the Nanners finish up their victory dance. And you look at the numbers, the most runs scored in a game in Banana Ball history, 31.
Impressive night for Reese Alexiadis. Had 2 walk-offs for the Savannah Bananas, also had the trick play, and again, a huge night for the Nanners.
For Josh Talevsky, Biko Scala, saying so long for now. SportsCenter's on ESPN.